All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 5 in the Team Nugsatch saga. We have the our heroes here in the pink and the red. Obviously, Name Satchel playing as the Vikings in the red color. Goober Nugget playing as the Bohemians in the pink color. We have a name that I just cannot pronounce in the blue color. And Buzzkill here playing as the Burgundians, I believe, in the green. The other player is, we're just gonna call him Blue, is playing the Goths today. So, if you're new to this, again, Name Satchel in the red playing Vikings. He's gonna go for infantry in the feudal to castle age. He's gonna try to get men at arms out, and a lot of them. He's gonna get those upgrades. He's gonna use the eco bonuses from this Viking Civ to help him get the resources he needs to get the units out early and often. The pink player here, as usual, Goober Nugget, he's going to go as the Bohemians for a very, very quick castle. One of the things that's going to help him with that is the lack of wood cost in the blacksmith. So blacksmith only costs 50 wood for the Bohemians. Market costs 175. That's only 225 wood needed to build the buildings that you need to click up to the castle age. So that means he can put a lot on food very early and do that castle age rush, get a defensive castle, and get the Hussite wagons up very, very quickly here. I'll go ahead and speed up the game to get into the mid game here, but we know exactly what to expect from red and pink here, right? They're doing the same thing every game. It's worked, let's see, 4 times, I think. It's worked every time they've tried it so far. So I'm gonna be watching the other 2 players, obviously checking in on red and pink to make sure things are going well. But primarily I'm gonna be looking at green and blue here to see kind of what they can do to contrast this. So we got green, 2 on stone, 2 on gold here. He's about to hit feudal age, so a good timing from him. Blue also going up to feudal. So it looks like everyone here is, pretty aware of what they're going for. Dark blue is going to get some walls, and green putting in a watchtower to protect his gold. Okay, we haven't seen that before. A good strategy here, though, putting watchtower on his wood and his gold. So kind of accomplishing roughly the same thing that pink is trying to do here. He wants to protect his wood and the gold with a castle, as pink typically is going to put his villas on stone. He's halfway to castle age already. And again, look, green on stone. So, sorry, wrong button. Slow it down a little bit. Green gonna go to wood, and he's on food. He's on stone. Green at 100, let's see, 100 stone. So I guess he's really trying to dig that stone so he can get enough to put a few watchtowers down for some defense, as well as get enough for a town center. Get back up to that town center number. Whereas the blue Goths player, and you know what I just realized? I just realized the name of the Civ is right under the player name here, so I can just look at that next time. I don't remember what they are. But we're going to see... Oh, look at this! Blue, not able to finish his wall. Let me go ahead and bring it down to normal speed. We're almost 20 minutes into the game, so this is about when things are going to start getting spicy. Obviously, the men-at-arms, already both blacksmith upgrades are in, and they're already starting to pour in. So this is, let's see, 9 with 6, so 12 on the field, 6 on the way. The Hussite wagons are already being made from pink as well. So a very, very typical start from these players. Blacksmith stable down for the green player. Very curious to see how Dark Blue is going to react here. See if he can get maybe some help from the green player. He says, I will get some knights. So we can see what the green player is chatting to his team. Green, Buzzkill saying that he's going to try to get some knights in to help Blue here. So he's aware. He's seeing what's going on here. Blue's going to try to react by keeping his villas alive. And if he plays this right, just try to keep the waves at bay long enough for Green to get some heavy backup in. But you know, a few men-at-arms, valiant effort, not going to be quite enough to fend this player off. Green is going up to Castle Age, so he does plan on getting knights, but it's going to be a minute 30 seconds before he can do anything there. Dark Blue going for 3 barracks, so he does have the resources to spend on the units here. He wants the buildings. Is he going to make this 3rd barracks happen? No, it looks like he's not. So he's going to have 2 barracks to produce out of. He's making the smart move here. If he would, you know, garrison them as they were made and then move them all out at once when they're all done, probably be the better move here instead of trickling one at a time out. Just going to get clobbered by these guys. I mean, he's got 18 on the field. Let's see, 5 more over here. 4 more in the queue. Pink, 7 Hussite wagons on the field. Classic, walking up a 4 to 5. Looks like Red's going to help him get to this wall. And boom, just like that, they are in. Blue, Dark Blue already calling GG. He's chatting this to his teammate. Buzzkill doesn't think so. Buzzkill does not think so. So Dark Blue in dire straits here, but Green hitting Castle Age, saying hold to his teammate. He's calling for him to really just try to stay alive as long as he can. Let's check out what Green is doing over here. He's got knights. Yep, he's got knights coming out. And we'll keep an eye on Green's upgrades. Because I'm very curious, you know, let's see, they're over here. Yeah. Blue did go for eco upgrades. But again, he has strong eco, or had strong eco. Excuse me. But what do you do against this? Blue himself can't do much. As we know what's going to happen here, villas are going to go down. Town center is going to be in serious danger of going down. Dark Blue desperately trying to get more barracks down on the ground. He does get 3, but these 3 are not going to complete as that one villager gets picked off by the Hussite wagons. So Dark Blue is going to lose many villagers here. But Green, true to his word. Look at this. He's going for scale barding armor, and he's got the Cavalier upgrade coming here soon. Green, is he going to see this? Let me see if I can... No, he's not going to see the siege workshop here that Pink is putting in the middle of the map. So Green looks like he's going to go over to Red's economy. We have an actual response here. So the Team Nugsatch not able to take down Dark Blue's TC quite yet. And Red's economy completely exposed for the Burgundian Cavaliers. Or Cavalier, I guess, is the mass noun. The Burgundian Cavalier to just walk through his base, clean up the eco. He's going to ring the town bell, try to save some villagers here. But you know, Red's base under a little duress here. Looks like he's going to pivot to the Spearmen, but I just don't think Spearmen are going to be quite enough at this point to deal with a unit like Cavalier. So, Ville's going to go down for the Vikings player. Let's go check out what's going on up here. Looks like Pink is trying to retaliate. He wants to move in with his 11 Hussite wagons and a ram to try to put some counter pressure on Green. We'll see if Green responds to this. He's going to try to just clean up Red's... Nope, never mind. He's going to skip that fight. Looks like he's going to try to get back here. Blue is putting an X on the map. He's trying to ping this for Green. So yeah, Green looks like he's going to try to run back, get back to his own base to protect his economy here. Pink pretty determined to try to get this town center. Green's base, if he walked around the backside, I mean, look, he's got these towers up. So these towers are probably gonna pay off here for Green, but he doesn't have anything over here. So his farms are quite exposed if Pink wanted to just walk all the way around. Does not choose to do so, though. He's going to try to bring down this town center. And I said Green was coming to support his eco, but looks like he's just going to keep those Cavalier in Dark Blue's base. Dark Blue pinging the map yet again. Look at this X. He's trying to tell Green, who's probably quite aware of what's going on here. Still does not move his Cavalier. Well, he might be moving north now. So his Cavalier on the move. Want to take out that outpost. Pink biding his time. Sees that there's a watchtower there. Sees there's a siege. Sees that there is a mangonel, which directly counters his wagons. But I'm just curious, you know, with six on the field, split up between both ways. You got 12 on the field total. Cavalier in the stables for Green, but I'm just curious, like if he just walk in here, one watchtower, some villagers, would not be quite enough, even with a mangonel. He's gonna try to pick off these villagers from range, out of range in that mangonel. As the Cavalier do come in for Green, very smart deploy. He's gonna go ahead and drop out the Cavalier that were garrisoned, try to take out these Hussite wagons. This is the unit that he needs to deal with this. So 1, 2, 3 Hussite wagons. Look at that, 4, I believe. Hussite wagons are going to go down. Mangonel lands one hit on these guys. They're pretty weak. Pink could be repairing these, as Green is going to send his Cavalier into Pink's economy. He's going to walk through past the wood line. All right. And just passing here, it looks like, from Green's Cavalier. Maybe just wants to get an idea of what's going on here, although it seems like he probably already knows. And Pink, 30 seconds away from Imperial Age. So look at this. Name Satchel has hit Castle Age. He's going up to Long Swordsman. So now his units are going to be quite a bit beefier. He's going to go up to Pikeman as well, try to get the counter to these units. Goober Nugget going for fletching just for defensive purposes, I assume. Goober Nugget hitting Imperial Age. So this isn't something you usually see from this strategy, as he goes for a castle. I missed this earlier. He went for a castle, and Green able to see it in time to block it with these Cavalier. Goobstone is going to go to waste, narrowly missing completing that castle there. Green's going to find that he doesn't really have much he can do against Pink's economy here. There's a castle sitting in the middle of everything. He's got fletching on that castle, so it's just going to shred. 7 Cavaliers, not quite enough to make that a successful raid. So he's just going to build up at home, looks like. That castle will inevitably go down, might get deleted at some point. And it's a watchtower battle here between Pink and Purple. Looks like Green and Pink. Looks like Green will win that watchtower battle. Villagers in danger here from Goob. Hussite wagons are going to try to save the day, but the villagers are going to go down. And these Cavalier are strong at this point. They are beefy, and so he has enough to counter. Just 3 Hussite wagons, not quite enough to be a major threat at this point. So Pink really trying to get his economy going in the back, putting a second TC down. Only 30 minutes into the game. Red, on the other hand, major farming economy, still heavy on his eco. Already has a second TC down with the monastery. Looking to get unit production going again. So the Long Swordsmen, they're going to be back on the field. And this time they're going to have pikes to back them up. I can only imagine Pink really kicking himself for not putting that castle a little farther away where Green couldn't see it. What a brutal spot for a castle that would have been. Covering this gold and a little bit of stone. But it will inevitably go down. This is 15 Cavalier on the field for Green. With more in the way, I expect soon. Blue yelling, "Market! Market!" I'm not sure what he quite means. It must mean that... oh, right. No, Green's market, I believe, was right here. Maybe it was somewhere else. But I want to say it was somewhere around here. And either way, Green does not have a market. So let's get the monastery up with the monks. I assume to try to counter the Hussite wagons if he gets redemption in. But Dark Blue going to get up to Castle Age. So, you know, this game's not over. Typically, you know, Dark Blue going for a second TC back here. You know, typically at the 36-minute mark, if it's still going, it's because, at least in the past, we've seen that it's because the opponents are kind of trickling units and just trying to extend the game for for little purpose. But this one's still going. Here we go. Blue here, just feeling quite desperate. Calling GG yet again. Buzzkill, not very happy with his teammate here. Saying, okay. Calling out that he's coming. But look at this. The Vikings player is going to have all the upgrades that he needs. He's going to have the long swordsman. He's going to have arson for extra building damage. This town center is going to go down like it's nothing. Like it's chaff in the wind. Sure enough, it does. And Red's going to be just walking around absolutely slaughtering villagers. As long as he can. As Green's Cavalier are going to run to the rescue. Red making the right call, moving away. But these Cavalier are tanks, and they are more than the red units here. And he only has, this is only one pike, 2 pikes in this battalion. So if the Cavalier catch up, which they will, they could do some serious damage here. Red's going to choose to take the fight. Blue with some units sprinkled in. Cavalier going down, but they are overpowering this red player's army quite easily. Able to take down quite a few Cavalier, but still 13 on the field. So like 6 to 7 Cavalier went down in that fight. And Red is going to lose the majority of his army. Green's going to retreat with his Cavalier. A good fight there from Green, taking a lot of value. Looks like Blue's trying to sneak some more back of the map economy here. Leaving one villager to slay that lion. Must be the leader. What a beast. So, this game isn't over. You know, it was looking a little bit more desperate, maybe. You know, we have a third... Sorry, not a third TC. This is a market coming down from Green. Looking a little bit more desperate, maybe. But look, Green's got a strong unit on the field. It's countering everything that Team Nugsatch has. But they are trying to respond in kind. As Pink is in the Imperial Age, he's going to try to get Trebs on the field. Looks like he's got 2. Excuse me. Looks like he's got 2 already. And he's going to make pikemen as well. This is just directly trying to counter what Green is making here. So, you know, if Green wants to branch out a little bit, add in some siege, maybe add some archers, that might be a good decision here because... you know, or it looks like he's going for the siege. So 3 mangonels, some cavaliers, some monks. It's a pretty good army composition from the green player. Dark blue going for longswordsman. So dark blue not out of this. He's called GG 3 or 4 times, and he's not quite out of this game yet. Eco upgrades coming in from Castle Age. Eco upgrades coming in from the red player. Pink trying to get some you know, infantry upgrades to give those pikemen a little bit. Give this pikeman a little bit extra help against the Cavalier, as they are an Imperial Age unit. Even though the Burgundians player is in the Castle Age, I believe it is the Burgundians that allows Cavalier to be researched in the Castle Age. So very strong move here. He did go for exactly what he needed to go for, and with fresh Cavalier, freshly healed up by those monks, he's gonna move 20 across the field of battle. Looks like he's going directly beelining for Red's economy. Now, Red is prepared, making primarily pikes this time. But they're on the wrong side of his base. And if Green splits these units up, tries to get some Vil kills, he is going to be successful. Red's going to see that. He's going to move. Looks like he's got squires, or whatever the unit speed is for his infantry, because those guys are booking it. Green diving straight for his economy. A little bit too close to those pikes for comfort. They will hurt if they run into him. And he's going to get trapped. Looks like one's going to go down. A few others are going to get hurt. Town center fire is not really going to matter that much to them, as they have plenty of armor to deal with that. Trying not to get trapped by these units. Red's just going to chase him out of his base. So, well played from Green. He's going to put some idle eco time on the red Vikings player, but Red responding in kind with an absolute swath of pikes. Those Pokeboys will hurt the Cavalier. Green's going to try to run up to Pink's base here, handle something. But look, I missed this. Pink already moving all across the map. So green, he has a chance here to take out these trebs. Pink's going to try to get through to cover. Green going to turn away. Not sure quite what's going on here. A little bit of rough micro maybe. And the trebs are going to get through. Green's just not going to target any units. Looks like all he wanted to do was get through, get back to his base. So, here we are. Green, 4 TCs. The absolute carry of this game so far. Dark Blue trying to get some eco upgrades. So, he's not necessarily out of this game, but here we go. Big fight in the middle here. Lots of pikes, infantry upgrades. Mangonel is going to be his biggest chance here to clean out this big group of units here. If he can land some shots, that would be huge for the green player. He does fire once, but over on the edge of the army, not going to do a whole lot of damage there. And the trebuchets easily going to drop this town center down with the help of the long swordsman. Pike's going to finally get a good fight with those cavalier. 10 left on the field from the green Burgundian player. Red pikes, pink pikes. Everything under the sun here to counter these cav from green, as they're just going to chase him straight into his base. These are trash units against very expensive units. This is, an easy trade here for red to make, even under all the town center and archer watchtower fire. But the main goal here, as you can see, Pink's, he's just going to sit back, protect the trebs. He doesn't need to move in with his trebs. All he needs to do is keep green from killing him. They know this green player is this opponent's team best chance at winning this game. And so they're just going to protect these trebs. Pink really trying to keep these cavalier away. 9 left on the field. Looks like no more in production. So green not looking very good. Blue asking if it's finally time to call GG. And green decides to call it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a game. The second TC is going to go down. You can expect green to resign here pretty soon, I'm assuming. But look, I mean, this is interesting. I think, honestly, Dark Blue had a lot more he could have done there. He has 3 TCs going. And sure, he's probably pretty crippled, but, like, he's got quite a few villagers. That's 83. It's 83 villagers from Dark Blue. He's making a castle. I mean, I get calling GG. Like, I'm not saying that they definitely could have won that and come back. Pink in the Imperial Age getting a good eco behind his push. Red, obviously, with a very strong eco from the very beginning of the game. Maybe not a lot they could have done there, but, I mean, green was doing everything under the sun. He was protecting their bases. He was putting pressure. He was making all the right decisions with these cavalier. The absolute crux of the matter for their team, like the absolute best chance that they had to win this game, was green. And Dark Blue, he went for infantry, sure, but against the Viking infantry, not quite sure that was the right decision. I mean, he's playing Goths, so he wants to get that infantry spam out, but I think, if he wants to get the Goth infantry spam, he needs to get a castle up sooner. He should have put more on stone, try to get a castle up sooner. That could have been a major problem, for both these players, honestly. If he had incredible amounts of Huskarls running through the map, or even champions, obviously res units would have countered that, right? Infantry, better infantry does counter those Huskarl, but even going for archers, I think Goths get up to crossbowmen. That probably would have been the better decision here, but Blue not bringing enough heat quick enough here, and pretty desperate the whole game. I get it. He's getting hammered by the red player all game long, and just decides to call it. Green, seeing there's not much of a chance for him to do much else alone with so many pikes, trebuchets in the field, decides to call the GG as well. Another victory for Team Nugsatch. A little bit different of a game there, a little bit more of a fight back from the opponents. This is kind of what we want to see. Them kind of adapt and scout and see what's coming, try to react to it. And a play like this, like the Cavalier play, goes really well against the strategy from Team Nugsatch. But yet again, look, the momentum early enough. He's not able to get enough damage in Viking Eco. Not really any damage in the Pink Eco. Not like there's much eco there to begin with in the Castle Age, because it's, it's like 25 vills and nothing else but Hussite wagons. So there's not even a whole lot of eco to damage, but it's all sitting under the cover of the castle. Um, and so I think this is a good attempt, but this strategy seems quite strong still, even against a strategy with heavy cavalry moving in. Uh, the momentum building up early enough is just too strong, it seems, to be able to combat it. So excited to see what we got in the next game here. Another victory for Team Nugsatch.